are. We are in the car. We are headed to Syracuse.
I'm the driver.
I made Holly drive this time because I'm doing camera operations instead. So there's that.
She felt I was better at driving the car than messing with a camera.
And that's probably true. Although, generally speaking, I'm usually the designated driver. So, but if we get into any heavy-duty traffic, yes, there will be a switch in drivers because that's just the rule when we go road tripping.
I hate driving in traffic.
She doesn't like the traffic. I started driving in New Jersey, so I'm used to traffic. So there you have that.
I live in Erie. We call Peach Street at Christmas time Peach Jam, and it's like a 2-minute wait. So
yeah, they have no idea what traffic really is. So we don't let Holly drive in high traffic areas. Well, I think one of the first things that we wanted to sort of share with you guys was the fact that the very first time Holly and I met was a road trip.
Yes, and it was someplace high traffic that I did not, in fact, want to drive to.
That's right. So I definitely was doing the driving. Another writer friend of ours from Erie, Deb and I had made plans to go to the RWA conference in 2000, and it was in Washington, D.C. And I had really only just started writing, and that was going to be my first conference.
And I had been writing, and in January of that year, Harlequin Duet bought I Waxed My Legs for This. And then in May of that year, Solo Romance bought Do You Hear What I Hear? And at that point, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to the conference. So I contacted Deb and said, hey, I know you're going. Can I get a ride? And she said, well, I'm not driving. This other lady is driving. And so I'm like, well, do you think she'd mind? So that's how it all came about. Didn't we meet at Deb's house? Before the conference? Didn't she have us together?
Maybe. I don't really remember. It's been forever. It's been 18 years, Holly.
I know. What the heck?
18 years.
Dude.
We have been friends for 18 years.
I started writing at the age of 5, which, 18 years, 23. I'm good.
Yeah, right. Nice try. Yeah.
Anyways, so it was a delightful trip down. I don't think there was ever a lagging conversation.
No, 5.5 hours.
Yeah, funny how that works.
Non-stop talking, which is why we're inviting you along with us, because we can talk for 5.5 hours, no problem. We're not going to do that to you right now, though.
I'm not going to be glancing at you at all, so I'll just do.
She's driving. She's not.
I got my eyes on the road
over here. She's driving. Yeah, 5.5 hours. Was like we had known each other for a long time, but Holly was going to RWA to be the belle of the ball, and like I say, I had only just started writing and didn't know much of anything, wasn't anywhere near close to selling. I think I had a finished manuscript though. I think I had a finished manuscript already.
Are the details starting to sound vague?
Maybe 18 years.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I had a finished manuscript, but that was quite a trip, and so I never saw her at conference, which is usually pretty standard, even when we've gone to conferences together.
Right. I actually ended up rooming with. All the rooms were sold by the time I signed up to go. So Lori Foster knew somebody who was looking for another roommate. So I ended up sleeping with 3 women I did not know, and they were all utterly delightful. But yeah, that was.
That's usually what happens.
Yes.
You meet new people,
And they were lovely. So I went to the Harlequin party. My very first Harlequin party, Nora Roberts walks in at the same time I do, and she says, do you know where the party is? I said, no, ma'am, don't know anything. She said, come on. And so I walked into my first Harlequin party with Nora Roberts.
Keep watching, because we'll have more Nora stories about
Nora.
Holly and Nora.
So
watch out for Holly. That's all I can say.
So, but after the conference was over, we got in the car. I had not slept well because I slept with 3 other people in a room. And so I got in the car, and they're like, oh, how was the conference? I'm like, listen, this is not me being a prima donna. I just have to lay down for a half hour, and then I'll talk the rest of the way home. Not a problem. But I just needed to close my eyes in the quiet of the car, and that's exactly what I did.
she was being a prima donna. So I was a designated driver.
She was.
And Holly was sleeping in the back seat of the car.
But that's how I roll.
That's how she rolls. But hey, a great friendship was born that road trip, and here we are still road tripping to this day.
18 years later.
18 years.